talk about some use cases, and I wanted to start it off, tell you what I've been doing the last since the last meeting that we had here. So we started off at FinTank. We had an event downtown, which it was pretty cool. It's now as Tom was sort of alluding to, is the traders in the financial industry are starting to really push into this space, especially in Chicago. So what I thought was going to happen is that Chicago was going to start catching up on as we were talking about smart contracts and other use cases in blockchain, which it's coming along. But what's really driving all of this is the traders. So I think we're going to have a nice little discussion about trading tonight, and I appreciate some of your involvement and ask some questions so that I get sort of a better understanding. So we had this event. It was down at Morningstar. They hosted it, and what they were talking about first is robo and AI, so robo investing and so forth. So it sort of characterized how things were going. And this is not blockchain based, but I believe that blockchain, Bitcoin, and AI are connected, and you're not going to get away with it, especially the smart contract. If you don't have AI, you don't have a blockchain, you don't have Bitcoin, you don't have any of this stuff going on.
Well, I don't.
So hold on, let me have my comment. We're going to have some discussion. So make a note. We'll get back to it. So basically, what was intriguing about the one guy that spoke was, and he was, I think, from Charles Schwab. He said to the effect, we have Alexa now. Alexa is sitting on your table. You're talking to it, playing music, and he said something funny. He said, at some point, Alexa or something similar to it is going to start devouring our what we do on a daily basis. So it may say, don't worry about investing for your future. You smoke too many cigarettes or you eat too much food.
Exactly.
So it's going to absorb our everyday activity, which I thought was pretty interesting. Is that now we're sort of getting away from sitting down, and talking to our financial planner. Maybe we don't need it, And the way they discussed it, it was the smaller investments below 100,000, very good for robo-advisor. Well above, financial planning, probably not where you're over 10 million, but then sort of that mass affluent between, let's say, $1 million and $10 million is sort of the sweet spot of robo-advisors coming in. So anyway, the interesting part of this story was not just that, it was just that the level of the room was very quiet, no enthusiasm at all in the room. And it was a good event, to be on, and I appreciate some of the. But as soon as the crypto came on the scene, the ICOs, we started talking about crypto, the excitement level started to get a little bit higher, and it's more or less a lot of the people in that room in the financial sector were really up when we asked for a raise of hands. How many people have heard of crypto, and to what extent. It was like 70%, whereas opposed to prior events that I was at, they were at 20 and 30%. So that means there's some excitement going on. So we had an ICO panel that I was on, and we talked about the various how to pick ICOs. Some of the things that we'll talk about at a later event is how do ICOs get vetted out. When do we invest in ICOs? Why? Disclosure, disclaimer. So that was pretty cool. So that's what I did for that event. You should pay attention to those events and go to them because they're pretty good. FinTank does a good job of bringing a lot of people together.
Is there a calendar where they're listed?
Yeah, there'll be another one. If you go to the FinTank website,
FinTank.
yeah, FINTANK, you'll be able to see. I think there's another one in the fall. I know there was one because they asked me to sponsor it, so we'll see if I'll do that. But I'm sure I will. They're a good organization. So the second thing I did, which was very, very interesting. So as I get involved in the crypto space, and I found something intriguing is that me being local is impossible. I sort of alluded to that in the past. So about 3 weeks ago, shortly after this event, I was talking to a few clients that I met randomly and realized that I had 8 or 9 people that I knew that were from Austin, Texas. 3 weeks ago, I didn't really even think about Austin, Texas. And it's a great place, by the way. So we started talking, and I realized that my connections through crypto, just talking to various people, resulted in me having a group of people that were fantastic. If you go to my LinkedIn event, you'll see all of us taking a picture at the Driscoll Hotel downtown Austin. But the interesting part is that the use cases is what's pulling us together. So we've got mining clients down there. We've got ICO structured people down there. We have lenders that are lending money to clients to buy single-family residence or to invest, and we'll explain that use case. We have people that are starting a health records ICO, or it's coming out, soon. It's called, I think, Timmy Coin, and I haven't reviewed it yet. So, but I heard it was talking about health records. We'll talk about that. And suddenly after all this time, we realize is that, and an accountant. I've been looking for an accountant for 6 months, and finally found one that's really, really involved in the space, also in Texas. So crypto has brought me to Austin, and we had a great meetup, and we discussed things, and now we have established the relationships. But what it comes back to is the fact that, and trading clients as well. So there's a lot of trading down there, people trying. And I didn't know anything about trading, so other than what Tom's been telling me. And I sit down, and for the first hour, I just listened to him explain, about hedge funds and how all those things work. So very, very intriguing how this all starts to come to play. So anyway, that was my experience, and that's I just wanted to share that so that we can get into this more discussion regarding the use cases.